to Chelsea. Cuckoo to take. Obviously, going to take some free kicks in this competition. That's not one of them. Cucurella got it through to Bale. Pinched off him by Watts. The crowd are just feeling that Chelsea are going to score because they go forward here. Cucurella on the Bale. Hits it against Lopez for a corner. Scored a corner already tonight. Chelsea. Murray Campbell's up from the back. Here's free ball. Cucurella. Lifted up towards Bale. Good idea. Execution a little off. Now blowing the old back with this assassin going on. And the ball played at the weekend against Brentford. And the goal at the second direction. Tonight was an easy decision. Unfortunately suspended against Brentford. Apologies for not mentioning that earlier. He had the team for Sunday. But 2-2. Actually practiced that ball. Jorgensen. Felix. Murray Campbell. That's it out. Trying an impossible ball there, really. Stretching for one hand, body language says it all. So it looks very much like Shamrock Rovers are going to have to accept a place in the playoff places. At least they'll be one of the seeded teams. Chelsea, that's useful, isn't it? So there you go, packing up for Murray Campbell. Double change coming for Shamrock Rovers. So Jack Burt there, closest to Bradley. Top night, as they knew it would be. Going on. played his part this evening. Danny Mandroya is on in his place. 26-year-old midfielder yet to score in this competition this season. Midway through the second half. Campbell. That wasn't it for George. Monahan gets there first. He's done a double deflection though, it's just a goal kick. Well, he's had his work cut out, Josh Monahan, and he's played very well. Now George.
Lagi mana ada? Aku bosnya, aku bos
Yes. Saved by Bulls. Signalling it away. Once again, it's Lopez giving the ball straight to Chelsea. It's Real picking out. João Felix, who can finish. We've just seen that time and time again tonight. He's now up front. Gill. He's going to go through the game without scoring. The first 4 matches in the league phase he didn't go to the Scarlet. Here's Real. João Felix to George. Gets it forward. Cassidy to Disbriol. Socks right down as far. Harry Campbell, Aki up for. Martin Vega, the senior member of that backline at 21, to Kukurea. João Felix. Beautiful ball for Bale. Didn't reach a Kunku. They just upped the acceleration there, Chelsea. Beautiful pass that Felix and Bale just had to roll that in towards a Kunku. Lopez hacked it away. Twenty minutes left. Chelsea cruising. One thought already all the weekend, I'm sure. George. Harry Campbell. He's free ball. Felix. Beautiful turn from the Portuguese. George. Felix again. Renato Vega. Kukurea. Felix beaten to it by Lopez this time. Just tried to nutmeg it. That is a foul by Felix on Mandroya. Change coming. See Grant Burke coming on. And also Aaron Green, so a couple of players in their 30s who've been there, seen it, done it, coming on. And number 9 replacing their top scorer Johnny Kelly. No goal for him tonight. Had a chance in the first half. Which is an excellent attempt, saved by Jorgensen. All in his place, the 34-year-old forward, Aaron Green, and the number 10 player, Burke. Birkin has scored actually in this competition. Gets in the win over the Northern Ireland side, Lana. Match day 2. It's over the border and won by 4-1. It's over Lana, New Saints and Morats. The other 2 games were drawn with Athelal of Cyprus and Rapid Vienna of Austria. Twice they were behind, by the way, in those draws. It's 3 times, should I say, they were behind in this competition before tonight. Came back each time to either draw or win. Not going to happen tonight. Murray Campbell hoping to find Tyreek George back by Monahan. Certainly have at no stage given in here. Shamrock Rovers. They conceded some poor goals, but they've never stopped trying to play. Look back on the tape. Think, how did we let that goal in? And that goal, and that goal. Too many big errors and big moments. Made Chelsea work hard enough for the goals. That's a big disappointment for them. But Honohan. Oh, he's done well there, Honohan. But straight to Jorgensen. He went on the outside of Murray Campbell. Showed an excellent turn of pace. Which are now left here at Stamford Bridge. Excellent from Chelsea. Figueroa to Bale. Burns as a defender, he's done well. Joao Felix. Right across the face of goal. Looking over to see if anyone could have turned that in. I don't think this was an attempt to goal. It's too close to the wide line. Maybe it was. The velocity with which he hit this suggests maybe it was a strike. Yeah. Everyone was able to get a telling touch. It goes out for a throw. It's Darren Nugent. Going to pick the final change for Shamrock Rovers, all academic, of course. It's not going to make any difference. Oh, very nearly another short back. It's got it back to Bolts. Sure, that was one of the first things that Stephen Bradley says in his post-match news conference. You've gifted Chelsea their first 2 goals with mishit back passes, and you just cannot come here and gift Chelsea goals. Equally, you have to like the way they try and play. They've shown a lot of resolve here. So Gary O'Neill is the fifth and final player to go off. Darren Nugent, the 23-year-old midfielder, has played in all but one of the league phase games. Renato Baker. Today up to Joao Felix, another reliable turn. Hold off Nugent there. Bukaria. Kunku, Cassidy. Spread to George. Monahan well there, he wants to go on the outside. Laurie Campbell. George having a ball joy down the left hand side.
Hey! That's where the actual move. Fine, that's where.
That's what they are spacing.
Oh, I do come for life. I do come for life. I said, hey, tell me why one person is the position of the national security coordinator. You know, the President Mahama's administration may decide that they want the national security minister. That role, national security ministry, was a creation of that people administration created by but it was created also based on the policy document where experts sat in the room and put together a document about the reforming the national security architecture. That is what advises, it was a document, that process that advised on the position of the national security minister. The administration of John Dramani Mahama may decide that they don't want the position of national security minister. So the most important position that is protected the security architecture is the national security coordinator. Please go again. Please have a look. We will tell you about that tonight. And then also, so we'll do Madam Jane Mensah, and then a famous conversation with the Archbishop. It is about transitions, it's about Ghana's government, it's about how we change from one president to the other and what we do with it. Archbishop made a great prophecy with me sometime in 2018. I'll be sharing this with you. That's why you saw the Archbishop photograph on the flyer earlier today. I'm going to show you a video that a video encounter I had with him. Also, this is the season from next year. We'll be doing a lot of that. We're promoting our book. We'll be bringing into the studio some of our people who are there for the rest of it. I'm going to get ready and show Master Planner Junior or we have seen in the studio of him. And no, you are heard. They have been reading his text messages. You need to give him a close up, please. Yes, that's Master Planner Junior from Kintampo. Master Planner. Master Planner was very defeated. Despite of all your text messages. Thank you very much. Remember, is this the possible free president that I think some free president that it is possible. It is still possible. We are already beginning to do this program. It's not possible. But please, good evening and good evening to you all the way from Timan. Please, another lady who is ready for the it's very good tonight is let me get a touch base to start the analysis for today. So much coming up. The Christmas seems to have started already. Because driving around town where our office is here in Greater Accra, I always get very excited when I see the book on the books. We used to put a lot of books here. We're very gratified that we can put a book that thank you, cameraman. Thank you, cameraman. The books are available at Metro TV and Media Bookshop everywhere. You can get it in bookstore as well, and I think we should have their kingdom. But in January, we'll do a big book tour. So that's that. Anyway, what is the Inspector General of Police doing on my screen? Dr. Ekuku Dampare is come up for criticism about the onslaught going on, people, crowds disturbing. Yesterday they were at the airport, led by a big visitor to see the Bullion man. The other day they were somewhere. Also tonight, we're talking about, I remember when Dampare is here, we're talking about President John Dramani Mahama's new first committee to be inaugurated is the Committee on Corruption. The oral committee led by guess who? Samuel Ekuku. A lot has been said about that committee. Just as press time today, somebody sent me a news item where President Mahama is saying that the purpose of the committee is to gather information, and they're supposed to hand that information to state institutions.
When I listen to this, I say that in this don't I believe? What's the operation all now? All you hear says. So many attack their phone messages, their phone calls, so they will gather everything and give it to them. Come on. So we have Rapper will be receiving calls, not a command mind. Come on. Those things are slogans, any kind of operation.
Tonight as well. Dr. Ekuku Dampare is here, and Ekuku Dampare has received some praise in some protests, criticism in other protests. Relating to what has happened, it looks like it's a lawless state. The police are not in charge, they cannot do it. Everybody is talking about different things. We know that there are two important police administrative heads who were not in town for the election. The head of operations, the director of police operations, the COP in charge of police operations was on leave. And I think it was thought to be a compassionate leave. He was on leave at the time of the election, the COP in charge of operations. Then the COP in charge of administration was also not in town. Just before the election, one police officer called me. They said, "No, there's a big problem in Ghana." I said, "Why?" This was on the 4th of December. He said, "How many days to the election?" I said, "About 3 days to the election." He said, "Ask yourself, where is the director of operations?" I said, he mentioned his name. I said, "Because you're not listening to me." And I got a bit confused. I said, "Okay, I'll check." Then he said, "The director of administration is not there." I said, I don't understand. He said, "Well, that's what I'm telling you." Then I called other police officers I know, and they all said that yes, the police temporarily have expressed disquiet about this absence of these two important people. But anyway, too close to election, everybody was busy, you can't get anyone, and then we went into the election. After that, the violence is occurring, and people are saying, "Oh, what's going on there? What the whole?" Which someone was not opposed. And the police service probably did not announce a proper replacement for him, so that the control and command and operations area is settled. And do that. There's been where's the documents? Yeah, it's here now. Hey, so this is something. How much it says, "Mr. Outgoing Police Officer, the last Sunday you gave money to a popular prophet in Domain to secure his 31st December Ogofia prophecy so that the incoming president will retain you in your current position. The money you gave in dollars and pounds was stolen by the church boys. The prophet reported the theft to you, and you sent policemen to arrest all the church staff. Papa Odifo, if you knew what was coming, you wouldn't want to make the case worse." Times. You don't know whether it is a reference to, but that's a delegation that is within the context of those people. So that's what the question about is. He says he gave money to a popular prophet in Domain. Yeah, I don't know. He gave money to a popular prophet in Domain. So that this 31st, which is a text.
What is that?
So he said he gave the money to the prophet so that on the 31st December, that prophet is doing the 31st December prophecy. He reached the prophecy said that the president will be against the police officer gave money in dollars and pounds to the pastor, and apparently the money was stolen. the story familiar? Money was stolen. The money was stolen by some people. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this story. We have already sent our feelers out for people to tell us what is happening inside. So we'll keep our eye on that story. It's coming very, very soon. Okay. Now, there's another story. Let's do that. Wache Jaco, we didn't reduce it yet. Wache Jaco has been talking about the MPP, and a lot of MPP people are very disappointed about the outcome. As you heard Mr. Bonatri who's in our studio tonight telling us that they will still say that it's possible to bounce back. So they are going to use this possible. Wache Jaco, who is also a seasoned member of the party, a man who has had a lot of regrets in the Akufo-Addo administration. He began the administration natively as NSA minister, the president expressed a lot of confidence in him sometime in the process of this issue of Mary. I'm not sure what happened and then he left the government. This is what he says. He says the clarifying effects of election 2024 are now manifesting themselves. There is now a clarion call for various actions and steps to be taken to rescue our party, the New Patriotic Party. Some are demanding that we take our party back. Various suggestions are beginning to emerge on the types of reforms that our party must embark upon. All these are good ideas and are welcome. However, we must properly gather all of them together and arrange them to avoid a haphazard and an incoherent set of knee-jerk reactions. In response to a similar situation, albeit less humiliating, there arose a grand conspiracy in 2009 that seized the party under the guise of pursuing reforms and put it in the hand of one man, creating a Caesar thereby. The current plan, in my mind, seeks to undo the effects of Caesar on the fortunes of our party. In so doing, we must proceed with care and diligence in our search for restoration and healing, so that we do not end up repeating the mistakes of the past. For a start, we must ponder over the following central points that are engaged in my mind. 1. We may have a clear idea as to whom we are taking our party from, but we must be very sure of whose hands we seek to put the party. That's very interesting. We must try to avoid a situation where we repose total trust and confidence in one man, who will then seize the party and treat it as if it were his personal property, and the rest of us as his minors to be fed underfoot. We must be absolutely clear as to what form of political organization we seek to model our reforms on. We must ensure that our efforts this time around create a party of like-minded men and women in pursuit of building a nation for the benefits of all, rather than an organization hijacked by a cabal to transfer public wealth into private pockets, or worse still, a cultic organization that in supine impotence bows to the whims and caprices of the individual. These are the central issues that must seize our attention for now. People will forget their history, he says, keep making the same mistakes, keep having to start over, rather than being able to build upon the wisdom of the past. That is Wache Jaco's suggestion. There's another one that's coming up just before we pick up our real story. The commission assess something to speak attention to them. Is that third one? We discussed Wache Jaco and then the police officer and yes, Sally Pop. So Bishop Sally Pop's child has been sentenced to 6 months at the Senior Correction Center. That met a lot of concern on social media. People were worried that the guy who was going to kill somebody is 16. Let me explain to you. Okay. What is the legal background to this? They look at the Juvenile Justice Act of 2003. Okay, Section 1. For the purpose of the Act, a juvenile is a person under 18 years who is in conflict with the law. So I'm guessing that the young man who was in conflict with the law was alleged to have done that, unfortunately, very before the time is going to be very unfortunate. Because it was the age of 18. The juvenile is a person under 18. He's 16 years old.
Obi a wuli Chelsea papa, ọmọ sẹ ẹdun ni o. Sinamisa kuku. Sẹ kó àdán wọ́n ti sá. Wọ́n náà wọlé wọn wẹ̀. Wọ́n wọlé bọ́ọ̀lù.
So before the court Section 46, the duration of the detention, says where a juvenile or young offender is ordered to be sent to a center The detention order shall be the authority for the detention, and the period shall not exceed 6 months for a juvenile offender or above 16 years but under 18. So it shall not exceed 6 months. So actually, the judge gave him the maximum sentence. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know whether there are any remedies, but this is, we here are trying to explain to you the law so that you don't get, so that you have a basis to challenge what you are challenging. So the story came out like this, that Sally for Makosa had 6 months. Everyone knows what Sally for Makosa did. Many people went to the funeral or the requiem mass, however you call it. It's a very sad situation, very, very debilitating event. Young people losing their lives in such a just and unwarranted and irresponsible manner. Now, it is being said that the persons who committed that offense will not be able to see their lives as citizens at large and shout on social media. What we have done here is to show you how the judge was constrained in coming to the conclusions that he came to. You will find out in the final paragraph that the sentence shall not exceed 6 months. So yes, that is the teaser for Good Evening Ghana tonight. Now we're getting into the action itself. Jean Aduke Mensah has been talking and she's brought significant figures to be titled on social media all the time. Why is she trending? She's trending because today she held a press conference. At the press conference, she outlined certain things. Why is she has hold a press conference? The election of 7 December is over. The presidential election results have been declared. The winner in the person of John Dramani Mahama, the candidate of the NDC, has been fully announced. The transition has been set in motion with the incoming administration and the outgoing administration. There's some theft power at the transition, but that's a different matter. That does not concern Jean Mensah. She's announced the results of the presidential election and transition is going on. She, however, is not completing the results of the 276 members of parliament. As it looks, the NDC have an overwhelming majority, but the NDC are looking to the conclusion to see whether they can actually secure 2/3 of the vote. That's what the NDC are looking for. Now, if the NDC are not able to get 2/3 of the vote, they will still have an overwhelming majority, but they will lack the 2/3 of the vote. For that to happen, the NPP must win 33-point-something% of the 276. This is more than 1/3. Now, there are 9 or so seats left. If the NPP were to pick up all the 9 seats left, there's the 9 seats left. Thank you very much, producer. Electoral Commission rejected constituency results, parliamentary results, Greater Accra region. Those that are outstanding: Donu Kwabena, Ablekuma Central, Okaigwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central. Let me use this opportunity to say something that I was saying before the election. We were to see that point I was making. When we were saying that the Electoral Commission needs to amend the names of the constituencies, you remember we made that point. Now here we are tonight, because you're all asking me, I know you're asking me in your head, where is Okaigwe Central? You're asking me that. Why is it? I don't know. Where is Ablekuma North? I don't know. But Tema Central, straight away your mind goes to somewhere. Donu Kwabena constituency, straight away your mind goes to somewhere. If they say Osu-Klote, your mind goes to somewhere. If they say Bantama, your mind goes to somewhere. They say Jusu Dame, your mind goes somewhere. Kwadaso, your mind goes somewhere. In Shaisu, your mind goes to somewhere. Kofori Grom, you know what it is. Kofori Gia, you know what it is. Achimchebi. But what is Okaigwe Central? Where is it? Who is the enemy there? You now have to break it down. So let's all join the clarion call. The Electoral Commission must name the names of the constituencies by the towns that made that constituency. Dome and Kwabena is one constituency. So it's called Dome Kwabena. So Osu-Klote should be called Osu Adabraka Salam Down. Yeah, we get it. Now they say Okaigwe Central. Please. Okaigwe Central, is it Babasidi? Is it that's the point. But anyway, these are the constituencies. Dome and Kwabena constituency, we all know is my Okwe Junior, who is the NDC candidate. Okaigwe Central, I'm not sure. Ablekuma North, I'm not sure. Tema Central, we know what it is. Ashanti region, Ahafo South, they are looking for it. Ahafo North, they are looking for it. Obuasi East, they are looking for it. Bono East region, Teshima South, they are looking for it. Eastern region, Isamon and Wajiri, they are looking for it. Now, these are the constituencies that the Electoral Commission says they are not conclusive to be able to discuss the parliamentary issue. Now, the issue here is this: the NDC are saying that in 2020 elections, the Electoral Commission told them that once a declaration has been made about the winner, you have to go to court. So the Electoral Commission, the NDC is reminding the Electoral Commission that this is what you said. You said that once a declaration has been made, go to court. Okay, what's the difference now? Now, the Abrupwe Mensah is saying that even though declarations were made on the occasion for these 9 constituencies, those declarations have been made invalid or have been invalidated by reason of the duress under which these declarations were made. In the circumstances, one cannot say that the Electoral Commission has declared this result and therefore the next line of action is court. I didn't see Abu Tnafo sitting here. Can somebody put a pen check about Damongo? Whether what's the status of Damongo right now? Is it declared for the NDC or is it declared for the NPP? I'm expecting that it's declared for Samuel Abu Tnafo. Congratulations to him. Okay, so Samuel Abu Tnafo confirmed. They declared in favor of Samuel Abu Tnafo for the Damongo, so that's the NPP. Alright, so Electoral Commission is saying that in these 9 constituencies, I have not declared. I have declared that I'm withdrawing my declaration so that I can count it well. In the circumstance, it doesn't show up as one that has been declared. I think that's the contention now. NDC says you have declared, so the next action is court. The Electoral Commission says I have declared, but I have withdrawn my declaration. In fact, I have withdrawn my declaration. I want to do a recollation to ensure that the decision of the people, the desires of the people have been correctly counted, the results of the people as expressed in the ballot box has been correctly accounted for. That's what the Electoral Commission is doing. That the desire of the people expressed through the ballot box has been correctly accounted for. Now, this is the Electoral Commission, which is NDC says this afternoon, Dean Abrupwe Mensah mounted the podium to have a press conference. The chairperson of the Electoral Commission found it necessary to have a press conference on this matter. It was very, very important. Let's ask some of the things she said.
The political parties were notified accordingly. In spite of police presence and our regional offices, the collation process was once again disrupted and taken over by political party leaders and supporters, and results declared for both constituencies without due process being followed. In the case of Okaigwe Central, the winner was declared without collating results from 31 polling stations. In the case of the Ablekuma North constituency, the winner was declared without collating results from 62 polling stations. This is unacceptable. It is important to note that the declarations made by our staff were made under threat, and the Commission considers this as illegal. Those declarations, as well as others that have gone on in other constituencies, will not be upheld by the Commission. Dear citizens, it is for this reason that the Commission met with the Ghana Police Service once again to re-examine the nature of the security arrangements being provided by the police. The Commission was desirous to protect its staff as well as its electoral collation process. Following the engagement with the police, it was agreed that the Tesano Police Depot will be used as a collation center for all outstanding collations, including Ablekuma North, Okaigwe Central, Tema Central, Yomipa Enya, Misawa Agwajiri, Legotia, Pantiapa North, Subu, Techiman South, Owasi East, Ahafo Ano North, Ahafo Ano South West. The political parties were duly informed once again to nominate 2 agents per constituency to observe the collation process. Unfortunately, the collation process for only 3 constituencies were successfully completed, and they are Akwetia, Pantiapa North, and the Subu constituencies. The returning officers in all the 3 constituencies I have just mentioned were allowed for the first time to carry out their work without interference. This enabled them to complete the collation and declare the true outcomes of the election. Though the collation for the Sawa Agwajiri and the police depot was well advanced on Thursday, the 12th of December 2020, the parties agreed to the regulation of the vote.
For now, when they are cash out the solution,
Unfortunately, the collation did not take place. The presence of parties.
Who's a one girl? Who's a one girl? Every time. Then there's a one day amount. Because people know post your Facebook video. Means that people know for it's in house. In the house is maybe up in the but so I never see that if you are for business to attack it. I said, sorry, I ran to it because our house right over management on the page that so they have.
That one too, the Masini has granted interviews on radio where he's accepted that the victorious candidate and he has also threatened that no amount of recognition will do anything, etc. So we're going to see what happens. Okay. Electoral Commission rejected those two. So that's the other good. Thank you very much, madam. You are showing some strength. I think she's showing strength that she wants to do the right thing. She's not going to be intimidated by a numbers and all of that. She's showing a lot of strength. That's what the St. Mary's people will be proud of her. Anyway, we wish her well. The institutions of state are more important than the individuals of state. So let's work and protect the institutions of state. Okay, now let's go to the next. The oral first. That's what I said. Let me just talk about the oral and so. This is the letter appointing the members. So it's a press statement. As a preparatory measure towards the rollout of H.E. John Dramani Mohammed's promise to recover the proceeds of corruption and hold persons responsible for such corruption accountable when he assumes office, a team has been set up to receive and gather information from members of the public and other sources on suspected acts of corruption. Okay. The team comprises the following: Honorable Samuel Okudejo Ablakwa, Chairman; Mr. Daniel Dobelebo, former Auditor General; COP retired Data Kofi Boache; Mr. Martin Peku, private legal practitioner; and Mr. Raymond Acha, investigative journalist. So Raymond Acha is the investigative journalist. Anti-corruption with Operation Recover All Root as a major plan formed a core part of H.E. John Mohammed's policy in 2024 campaign, and he intends to hit the ground running on it. Okay. So we'll talk about this a bit later. Now we're going to do an exercise in legitimacy. Those of you, it's signed by Felix Patrick Osu. These are the names, and a lot has been said about the names on the list. I mean, we're going to corroborate some of those, but we'll share with you. A lot has been said about Okudejo Ablakwa and his relationship with corruption, to doing corruption work. Some things have been said about Dobelebo and his relationship with corruption. How can he do corruption work? We all know that a lot has been said about Kofi Boache and the so-called that. How can you do that? Martin Peku has a court issue. We will naturally talk about some. We'll get into all that, but we're going to use it as a lesson in legitimacy. Now, legitimacy has several strands in politics and in law. So there's popular legitimacy, that means everybody likes it. There's political legitimacy, that means the political systems are producing. There's legal legitimacy, it means the legal systems are producing. And so this legitimacy is generally studied by students, political, legal, popular, economic legitimacy is all of that. So we're going to subject this process to the test of the concept of political, legal legitimacy when we come back after the next story. Now let's get to the next story of the appointments. 8 minutes after the time. So we have a lot to say. We're going to go at the first level. We'll look at it, we'll take a brief come back, continue with the oral. Now this is defense. Who is going to be Minister for Defense? Tell me, who is going to be Minister for Defense? The last time we had an interesting Minister for until we meet again. But this is the list now. Ken Ajay, handsome Ken Ajay here, is one of the pivotal actors of the NDC election. There is a good know that many people know. Now I am talking Ken Ajay back in the day when I was in 2014 to 2015. I was looking for something for President Mahama. I can't remember what. So I was trying to reach him. It took me a long time. Then someone told me that one of the people was helping me to get in touch with him. He said, listen, it seems to me this is matter. I said, yes. He's very respectful young man. He came up to the post office. I said, you know Paul? He said, oh, no, that's and he complained that he's going to disobey. But then I know the guy is political, very, very. That was his first time he said, see, you did disobey. So, when we started talking, very decent guy, very cool guy, very nice cool guy. You know, one of us has with the president. So he acted as deputy minister of budget throughout the period. Now, during the campaign of 2016, I was trying to reach him. Then he called me back and said, I was at the meeting. He said, I said, oh, you think that you allow you to get millions of those here this time? Let's do this. I called him, I was laughing at him. And then later on, I was studying. He was studying. So today when we checked, and somebody told me that because I know he was deputy there and I know the relation he has with the DM people. Okay. How hard he worked in the for this NDC. So that's a big one. But here is Joshua Alabi, who people are saying that. I don't know why. He's the minister before, so if you want to bring him back, so there are some of the old guys who are checking into the cabinet to make sure that everyone is kept on the straight and narrow. Then you need Joshua Alabi, there has difference, so that's come up. And then there's Alexander Sebefia. What do you do with Alexander Sebefia? Alexander Sebefia exited the government as a minister of health. Like the last Mahama government minister of health. Alexander Sebefia is interested in becoming defense minister. Is he entitled to it? That's not yes. Does he have a constituency? Yes. There's a look of Sugapa, and the government, they know their constituency. It's not Sebefia. He's the one representing them. You know, there's no more Rawlings. Unfortunately, recently, General Mokwebu passed. Yeah, General Nilo is there, but Nilo is not that political. And so there's a local mafia, Sugapa mafia, and the government, they know. And Kenda that's it. So that's defense. We have another stretch before we take up to the break. Whoa, foreign affairs. There's a huge conversation going on. Absolutely. Who's going to represent the president as the foreign minister? Very, very important. President Mahama is very sure the president of the Federal Republic. And I can say this. The Nigerian political establishment is therefore supporting important politicians in Nigeria changing their mind and look the NDP's way. What can the federal government in Nigeria or anybody in Nigeria do to help the government or do to help the political party in Ghana for elections in Ghana? It may be a lot. Those who operate at the top level, they know a lot about that relationship. Now, Bolatini is reported to have ignored, or better still, snubbed actually, the NDP when they tried to reach him to sort of support them. The reason being that during this election, he was told that the NDP government in Ghana supported Atiku. Atiku's ambition in Nigeria against that of Bolatini, and Bolatini apparently was aware of that, so he's not been too happy. So when you saw the photographs of Bolatini and President Mahama posing out to each other 2-3 days ago, perhaps for those of us who read the story, it came back up. So what will be the responsibility of the next foreign minister? The next foreign minister is supposed to have an excellent relationship with the ECOWAS region. President Akufo was essentially close to Alassane Ouattara, but that can change. Any Ghanaian president can be close to any foreign president, so that's okay. And that's how we do it. Liberia is an important Nigeria is over there. Then you have the principal one, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali. There's going to be a certain stabilization in the ECOWAS region. The foreign minister of Ghana will be very, very important in that matter. It's a big issue. Also, West Africa will be reorganizing itself to now relate to the new authority in America. Second coming of Donald West Africa will have to look at within ECOWAS how do you relate to America? What is Trump going to do with America's foreign policy, especially the foreign policy that relates to Africa? What is he going to do with relates to Charlie account? What is he going to do with AGWA? Is he going to ship out them? How did he penetrate Donald Trump? The foreign minister of Ghana is very, very important in that conversation. Now, the other thing is the foreign minister of Ghana will also have to police the narrative about Ghana relating to Ghana's relationship with the IMF. So Ghana has a relationship with the IMF now. We're in an IMF program. The program is expected to end in December 2026. The foreign minister of Ghana will have to keep an eye on that narrative about every 3 months what the IMF is saying about Ghana, whether Ghana is putting itself together to be able to bring itself away from the IMF program. All of these are going to be principal issues that the foreign minister of Ghana must first understand. He must know people who understand it, and he must have a very solid background to navigate these areas. The foreign minister of Ghana is also the international spokesperson for President Mahama. Whatever happens with President Mahama, whatever policy he takes up, this foreign minister person is the one who is going to explain it to the general public, one, and to explain it in the diplomatic circles at the United Nations in Geneva, in Addis Ababa, in Cairo. He is going to do all of that when you get to Asia. What is going to be Ghana's new relationship with China? Galamsey is a big issue. We have been chasing out Chinese people. Aisha Wan is in jail, and the Chinese government is going to ask President Mahama to release Aisha Wan on pardon. Will President Mahama be able to do that? How does President Mahama police the Galamsey issue? And how does this Galamsey president affect China-Ghana relations? It's very interesting. How you want to play in the commodities from the eggs. Let's So I feel like there's not a human law. Every really wants to be the one. Yes, last exit of government was before information. So the deputy minister at education, deputy minister at education. His choice is foreign affairs. Because in they said, do you think it should be a coup d'etat? But he's the one who paid for it. Let me jump over the two distinguished ladies and come to Joyce Bauer. Joyce Bauer here, who's been dancing quite a lot after the NDC victory. She seems very so she's been dancing a lot. Joyce Bauer here was deputy minister at and he was President Mahama's office. Now, Joyce Bauer here is the foreign minister. That's the law. He's been serving President Mahama. If you are on the days, oh, I'm going to nobody's but the person was put me yeah. My uncle from the Palace. With the PA. Also thinking that this The foreign minister of Ghana has true international business connections. Who can go to Singapore, just be about the policy, legal issues, business choice. For some, a mandate to bring business into Ghana. He thinks that the lobby says that one has to be Ojogo to foreign minister. Then now let's come to the two ladies. Hannah Tete exited the last government as foreign minister. So very similar argument to JM. John Dramani Mahama was president, he did one term, he left, he couldn't get a second term because he wanted it. He's now come back with a whooping super majority to complete the second term. In the last term, his foreign minister was Hannah Tete. They went to UN together, they went to Concord together, they put the speeches together. President Mahama is coming to sort of continue the last term that he had as it were. In the circumstances, it would just be the foreign minister with all the things that I've said that the foreign ministry means. Shouldn't it be Hannah Tete? That's what the lobby of Hannah Tete is saying, that let's get to Hannah Tete. But if all the British lobby is watching all of this and say that, I can't really do that, I'm a guy with minister. And for some reason, she was president of the big information of the legal West Africa to go She has this wide experience and she has an ability to bring people together. Her husband is a long servant of the APC. So, Betty Goldman is a claim. Let's see. Well, let's wait for John Mahama to see the decision that he will be taking. Later tonight, I'll be going to other forms of ministerial. I'll be talking about national security that's coming up big time. And then I will talk about the oral group. Let's take a break now. I'll take a break. Let's take the first and then we'll take the first break. It's 1 minute past the top. Good evening, Ghana. It's live. Who should I start with? Patty, and the master plan. I didn't know how to do the messages. I didn't told you. Just go on your Facebook page and then see our messages and then see whether you can listen. But Patty, you start. Let's see whether we can get master plan later.
Thank you, Paul. So this is coming from here. And I can say the Operation Recover All initiatives like the initial step towards combating corruption in the system. Corruption has long been a pervasive issue in many countries, including Ghana, and it's essential to face corruption and the overall initiative is to investigate and polluted funds that have been applied to corrupt practices by holding those responsible for corruption accountable. This initiative sends a strong message that corruption will not be tolerated in Ghana. Corruption not only undermines the ability of institutions and growth, but it also hinders economic development.
Oh yeah, we are watching. This year. Come on. So what you want to say? Right now, well, I hate it. See, what I'm saying. Yeah. What are you gonna say? Let's say what? I'm the one winning. I'm winning.
It's going to be here. Put the house out of where I shout it. Hey, look. I know if I. Hey.
We are back.
Mom, was she?
Watching the life of the journey. I am very, very disappointed.
When you are watching,
The juvenile school had the courthouse as well. The pros and intentions were 18 years old.
oh, I'm stop marking. There it is. I'm going to be here. I'm next year. Let me see her. Yeah. On the 2nd of January. This next week, yeah. Last week. Yeah.
Here's what the assistant operation owner has to say. He said that the NDC's incoming cabinet rural committee is new as the official committee if the anti-corruption efforts are going to rely on rumors and conjecture for individuals like me and keep the party in full, along with misinformation and gossiping, has mistakes identities, then I think this administration. Goes on to say, for example, if I claim that I saw Honorable Harun Ali used to accepting $1 million from someone in exchange for an appointment, this unsubstantiated allegation could be linked to unwarranted fee crimes. Relying on conjecture and gossip would only waste our state resources without meaningful outcomes. Also, shouldn't the matter be clear about the Quran says, one who has suggested that Mr. Mahama, His Excellency the President-elect, will mean something good for a rural community, but the future and for objectives need more scary and more of the unfair group we think of. The lives of Mr. Martin Shehu and Honorable Abdullah are too political and it does not fit the purpose of the rural. Now, this is what I can see. There's not so much to say about the IGP stance, especially now that the NDC is about to come into power. He said that the IGP don't carry has been sacrificed to be abstained by the violence and threat from John Mahama and the NDC to make the general contaminants with Akufa's presidency. He is more concerned with his position than to protect national lives and property. He says that Akufa must fire him before he leaves office, and if Mahama can reappoint Damkari, he can do so if he likes. Well, Mansini has to say about the ministers. He says, according to Paul, why is the minister being economical with the truth? He should have been told to make and saying, is it not the SBC's orders and hooligans going around and terrorizing peaceful citizens and electoral commission officials to succumb to their offensive purposes? And so why is the minister absolutely name and shame them rather than generalizing them?
I have one text message here. Typically, I wouldn't be reading, but let me put that to the junior data polls and the studio comes up. Now, this is said to be very interesting, very serious matter. Let me get there. I'm reading it because the person who sent to sign his name, he's writing some little things, man. He says, yours sincerely, Nana AUC Pansa. And his email is there, pansa@gmail.com. And it's a letter he sent to me. And he's also sent it to H.E. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, outgoing president of Ghana, H.E. John Dramani Mahama, president-elect of Ghana. This is what he says as follows. Open letter to Chairman of the Oral Committee, Honorable Beto Ablakwa, to investigate Dr. Akufu Dampare over huge sums of cash withdrawals from the ITP account to the Bank of Ghana. It's as follows. It says, Mr. Chairman, I would like to take this opportunity, writing to Ablakwa, to congratulate you on the members and the members for this mantle you are taking. As a concerned citizen, he says, and a serving police officer, that's interesting, it's a serving police officer, he's prepared to go to the oral with these allegations. Let's see what he says. Serving police officer, I write to bring to your attention an urgent matter regarding stated acts of corruption and financial malfeasance involving the Inspector General of Police, Dr. Akufu Dampare, and will further urge your committee to investigate, say, the police service stands as one of the cornerstones of Ghana's security apparatus, taking task with maintaining law and order and protecting citizens. However, recent developments have cast a shadow over this vital institution, raising concerns about the integrity of the leadership. Allegations of corruption and financial malfeasance against the Inspector General of Police have fueled public discourse. These accusations, coupled with widespread reports in the media about questionable conduct within the police service, threatens to erode the trust and confidence of the Ghanaian populace in the institution. Intelligence indicates that since Monday, 16 December 2024, Dr. Dampare has withdrawn 10 million cedis from the IGP account at the Bank of Ghana. This is very serious. He has the power to withdraw. He may have had a reason why he's withdrawing, but just the fact that he has withdrawn money doesn't mean that he's corrupt. It just means that he has to explain it, because nobody understands what does IGP mean. 10 million Ghana cedis. 10 million Ghana cedis, which is that's not up to, I'm not sure it's up to $1 billion, I don't think so, but it is a lot of money in dollar terms. 10 million Ghana cedis from the ITP account at the Bank of Ghana. This account, intended to finance police operations and welfare, has reportedly been a source of funds for unauthorized transactions. These allegations are particularly troubling, given their implication for the operational efficiency of the service. Ghana Police Service participates in international peacekeeping missions under the auspices of the United Nations and the African Union. Funds accrued from these missions amounting to billions of dollars are allegedly under the exclusive control of the ITP. Concerns about the accountability and transparency of these funds have been concluded by claims of misappropriation for personal or political gain. A long-standing accusation against Dampare suggests a pattern of diverting funds from police accounts to bribe politicians and journalists. They say that Dr. Dampare has removed the 10 million cedis to bribe politicians and journalists. The police IGP, I can't believe this allegation. The police IGP who is supposed to catch politicians and people who are doing bribery, the police IGP is alleged to be sending the money to pay the people that should be catching politicians and journalists. He's paying them. I don't believe this one bit. Well, that's why the committee is there to investigate. There have been reports of retired police officers facing financial hardship while needing medical assistance, highlighting the mismanagement and lack of prioritization of welfare funds under Dr. Dampare. This acts of corruption undermine the integrity of the Ghana Police Service and erode public trust. It's important to note that since the retirement of Director General in charge of welfare, COP Mrs. Habiba Chukwuchi from the office, Dampare has deliberately refused to have another person take her place, though there are equally competent commissioners of police available to handle that. Intelligence suggests that the funds from the police welfare scheme has also been misappropriated by Dampare. Sorry, viewers, the thing is too plenty. Okay, over to you, Oral. Now you have a work cut out for you. I'm sure the person will bring it. His name is Nana Ewusi Kwanzaa. He says he's a 7 police officer. Now, Master Plan Junior.
I'll start with the last He says, good evening, Mr. Paul. The NDC's inclusion recover communities is to create a lacuna to milk the state's coffers. If not, what exactly are they going to do which the police CID, Yoko, OSC, and Snatch cannot do, set at. And then Yakopo says, a black man as foreign minister, like seriously, lastly from Abdul Nat from Korea, he said, hey, Apostle Paul, this is more than a political coup, but rather a political science.
All right, we're going to do a bit more political science collection because we're going to talk about political legitimacy. Let's get to oral. We'll come back to foreign affairs and national security. It's now actually 7 minutes to the top of the hour. A lot of clock is busy, guys. Like, oh yeah, let me take a break. Yeah, I take a break. He doesn't like it. Okay, after the break, we'll take the committee set up by President Mahama under the signature of Felix Patrick Osu. We'll take it through the test. Those of you in chemistry, you know the total calculation. We'll take it through a test of political legitimacy. And when we come back, then I'll show you we'll do this, I'll show you the technologies media I've been talking about, and then we have some more appointments to come. We'll remind you of the book, get a copy soon, let it be your Christmas reading list. Thanks for staying with us. We'll be right back after the break to deal with a very interesting gossipy story. The members of President Mahama's oral committee, the first oral committee set up. The members, who are they? Why are they there? That's coming up. We'll begin after the break. Stay with us.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bed music, but nothing better than fixing the finger.
To be honest, I'm so nervous about starting this world.
Oh, please, I know you'll be great at it. You should be worried about what benefits they have. Example, they have health insurance.
I can't do that. I'm not shaking. I have any child already.
After I'm gonna lie,
Yeah. Okay, true.
Mama time, we said you do online.
Yes, my people. You heard right. You cannot download and register your membership on my NHIS app. No long queues or tedious paperwork. All you need is your Mama card to register for yourself and for others. Once you register, you get a new digital NHIS card on your phone. My NHIS app gives you access to credentialed health facilities and services across the country. NHIS covers over 95% of disease conditions in Ghana.
After that, now,
we used to be equipment, the skill set. They said they are too much food. They attach me to food.
after this is work to be done.
More exposés. Now, it's not only exposés,
Yeah, analysis. Analysis. You use analysis in school. They give you analysis. Analysis. They analyze under the lens of academics. Everything team. Yes, really, yes, sir. Here we are the theater. As a worker, no, I can't, but don't get it. Okay, I'm about 1 million. On the 8th of January, I'm on side, I need to go on side. Yes, sir. Yes.
The internet is the machine studio. Even to the studio, the set, the touch screen, the tables, the chairs, the cameras, you control your voice.
About 3 years. When you see a life, it's a thing that it's a producer. It's a kúkúkú. Kí wọ́n ta ọwọ́ àti ìgbà tó yẹ. Ayé! Praise.
This concept is discussed within political legal theory. So there's legal legitimacy, there's political legitimacy, and there's popular legitimacy, and there's moral legitimacy. Okay, let's take them one by one, and then after that we'll put the oral context of it. Alright. What's legal legitimacy? Legal legitimacy is an authority, and legitimacy is discussing authority, rules, authority. Legal legitimacy is that authority that arises out of the operation of law. So in the operation of law, we say two things. In political science, they call it de facto and de jure. So de facto in political science means as an operation of the fact. So you can call somebody a de facto president and a de jure president. Now the de jure is by jure law, D-U-R-E Latin. The de jure is by operation of law. The de facto is by operation of fact. That's terms in political science. There are same terms in the law. I'll show you what the law is. So, legitimacy is measuring the power that you have where you are drawing it from. So, legal legitimacy. So, in law, de jure is called ipso jure, and de facto is called ipso facto. So, ipso facto is by operation of fact. Ipso jure is by operation of law. De jure is by the way the fact appears. De facto, de jure is by the way the law appears. De facto is by the way the fact appears. So legitimacy is measured within the context of where you draw the power. So legal legitimacy is that authority is drawing his power from the law. So the law confers presidency on the president, but the elections make the person president for the law to confer the presidency on him. So the elections have made President Mahama the next president of Ghana. The law will confer President Mahama when he takes the oath. That is why the oath is sworn in by the Chief Justice, not the outgoing president. Because the Chief Justice is the fountain of the law and the top hierarchy of the Constitution, the head of the Constitution. So the Chief Justice is giving legal legitimacy to that person who has gained political legitimacy already by reason of the ballot box. So by reason of the ballot box alone, does not make you president. If a man wins elections in 2004 on 7 December, he wins elections on 7 December, that's political elections, he's won it. He has political legitimacy. If that man or woman, for some reason, does not live to 7th January of the next year, they will never be called the next president. They would have been called a president-elect who won the election but never lived to obtain the legal legitimacy. So that's legal legitimacy. That's political legitimacy. What is popular legitimacy? Popular legitimacy is the most dangerous one. Because you see, popular legitimacy can conflict with legal legitimacy. So a person who has legal legitimacy can make a decision illegally, which lacks popular legitimacy. But you will have to obey illegally because e-levy carries legal legitimacy. If you don't obey e-levy, you will have problems with the law. The whole Ghana, 30 million people can go on demonstration against e-levy and shout about it and throw it away and all of that. That means e-levy lacks popular legitimacy, but it will have legal legitimacy. Okay, let me take another example. Now let's come to moral legitimacy. What is moral legitimacy? Moral legitimacy is measured by the people over policies that the people with legal legitimacy make to determine whether this is moral or it is not. So, the school feeding program, they find out that a certain company that is doing school feeding program for Banku Central is always feeding the children with noodles. That school feeding program and the conduct of that person is beginning to lack moral legitimacy. So then you will see that the policy of school feeding program, which has legal legitimacy, when it begins to have moral illegitimacy, that policy is beginning to collapse. So by a government and the political scientists and legal and lawyers always clash on the topic of legitimacy. Whereas the political scientists, the part of legitimacy that is most important to them is the political and the popular. That's how political scientists see it. That is why Ransford Jambo, Bobby Mensah, and then we're talking the things we're talking. Hey, Bobby Mensah, how are you, by the way? I like the way you sign out your Facebook. I told you before. Boom, boom. That's what it says. Boom, boom. NBC's new majority. Boom, boom. Tell Bobby Mensah, especially if they completely Ghana. And I said, boom, boom. Okay. So, for political science, a very interesting concept. Sorry, I enjoy these things, so maybe I'm getting too much. I hope I'm not boring you. Sorry. For political scientists, Professor Michael Quay and them, they are interested in political legitimacy and popular legitimacy. The lawyers, Professor Kumado, is legal legitimacy. That the man got the power to do that, he has done it. Okay. So let's now put oral, the committee, in the context of this, and then you will understand why President Mahama said this evening that the oral committee is merely to collect information. This is what the West is. Merely to collect information. They can give me that news item. He said it's merely to collect information and hand over that information to these are the words he used, to the state institutions for them to conduct further investigation. That's what he said. This is it. He said, Operation Recover All Loot Oral Committee will assemble corruption evidence and pass it on to the appropriate government institutions for further investigation. So they are supposed to gather evidence to pass it on to the people who have the legal legitimacy. Let's get back to the legitimacy. So President Mahama is saying that these people, they don't have legal legitimacy. That's what he's admitting. He said they don't have legal legitimacy. So I just asking you, general public, just you tell them what you know about people who have stolen money. Tell them what you know. People who have stolen money and put it, you know where they put it, it's in a separate one. All of that, you bring it to the front. Tell them everything. Then they will take it, look at it. I don't know the scale they are going to look at it, but I say look at it, I mean technical scale. They're going to use to look at it. And then when they finish, they will give it to a state institution for further investigation. It is only when the state institution has picked up that document that you can have legal legitimacy to be able to take an action against the so-called corruption. Right now, that committee setup only has political legitimacy, maybe it has popular legitimacy, perhaps even has moral legitimacy, but it's not huge legal legitimacy. That's the conversation. Now somebody sent me a text. Let's have the people there again, the team in the oral. That said, I mean, it's going on social media, and they said, I'll read it to you in a minute. Give me the list of the Alabama committee here. Thank you. So, the person said, it's here. And he said that, please, I've seen this on social media, but I still want you to read it on David Ghana. It has been used by some stations already. It's an NPP. They talk about, let's go through the leaders of the committee. Honorable Dr. Lapa, the same man who was prosecuted by Martin Amidu for isolating corruption for $1 million, the chairman of the committee. That's what he said. Then he comes to, he continues to Martin Pebu. He says, Martin Pebu, Paul, you yourself have said on TV and quoted a high court ruling where Martin Pebu was found for stealing somebody's book, intellectual property. That's what he said about Martin Pebu. Then he says, Raymond Archer, the man who bought States land at Draper for 100 seats. And put his private company on it and was making business. Oh, I don't understand. Did he buy it for 100 seats? I don't know what arrangement he had, but yes, he had his company at Draper. And the Draper to bring it. He came and but the person says, the man who bought government land for 100, well, it is government land, his company was there. I don't think that he bought for 100 seats. I don't know. Okay. And then he goes on to say, Kofi Boakye, Paul, again, were you not one of the journalists who covered the Georgian committee where Kofi Boakye was president for his alleged involvement in drug dealing? And following that, the police service actually suspended him and changed his position from director of operations to head of education, the little education unit near the license office. That's where his office was. And he was suspended for 1 year before he came back to that one. About this MP Benjamin case. I mean, those are issues with counterpart of it because you know about the same issues. Okay, so, and then who else? He said, finally, Domlego, who had a moral deficiency for accepting an appointment from a president who had lost election, and then proceeded to forge his age and was exited from the government by being alleged to have forged his age. Are these the people who are going to follow corruption and chase it for President Muhammad? God help Ghana, he says. I'm not sure that I will fix this up, correct? But anyway, so that's the conversation. So this committee don't have legal legitimacy. So they're going to, if I know of corruption, I call one of them, who people actually I know. Whose number do I have here? Maybe, they will answer here. So I called them and I said, I want to come to your committee. I said, hey, good morning. How are you? Please, my name is Fred. Then they write it down. They write the name of the person and then that's it. Then I leave. And then they ask me what is the basis, do you have this? I come and say that. Okay, they collect the information. Another person comes says this. So President Muhammad is saying that they are going to collect all that information. They will gather it as evidence and then hand it over to the local special prosecutor, the Attorney General's department. All of those are legitimate institutions that can then go to Registrar General. In fact, this committee cannot write to Registrar General. They don't have the ability to write to Registrar. They can't write to anybody. They can't write to GRA. They can't do it. So when President Mahama is inaugurated, as he says, this committee will now gather the evidence. Now, this is how serious it is. If President Mahama becomes, when President Mahama becomes president, in 7 January, and he wants to set up a committee like this, under the Constitution, the President of Ghana is allowed to set up commissions of inquiry and committees of inquiry. That process goes through Parliament. So the President will write to Parliament and say that I'm setting up a commission of inquiry. I like it to go through Parliament. I'm setting up a commission for this purpose. There will be a set terms of reference. There will be everything in there. It's not a wide set of reference that if you know that somebody has told you, come and tell us. No. When it goes to Parliament, the terms of reference. And then the President will make proposal of the names of people who should go on that committee. Any Ghanaian can challenge any of those names. So when the president is in opposition, he can just set up this fine. But when he becomes president, he can set up committee of inquiry, commission of inquiry, without a laid down due process. Now, what's the commission of inquiry? That's what they set up. I also was involved. Remember that the one who went to short and some people set up by the president through parliament, approved by parliament. The other one, National Truth and Reconciliation Committee, set up by before way back. It went through parliament. So president of Ghana, their role is outlined in the 1992 Constitution. When they want to set up a committee or a commission of inquiry, lawyers know that there's a difference between a committee of inquiry and a commission of inquiry. There's a major world of difference between commission of inquiry and committee of inquiry. So lawyers know that. So presidents cannot just set up a committee. Now, when he sets up the committee, pursuant to the provisions of the laid down rules, any Ghanaian can say, Mr. President, if you are setting up a committee for corruption, why is this man on it? And that challenge to that committee of inquiry will be entertained because he's Ghanaian. The president is setting up a commission of inquiry, is doing that in exercise of the powers conferred on him by the Constitution, which powers are conferred on him by the social contract, which powers are conferred on him by the citizens of Ghana through the ballot box. Therefore, he cannot set up a committee outside the laid down rules. He will have to do that. This committee can be set up in the heart. But once he's president and he says, I want to have a committee of inquiry, commission of inquiry, he has to do it according to the rules. And Ghanaians can challenge the people that put on it. Because he setting up the committee pursuant to an authority that is withdrawn from the ballot box of the will of the people. I think we're done. It's already 11 o'clock. We're done on that one. We are left with the Archbishop story. Let me take text message 222 at least. Come back to the Archbishop story and I'll ask Pastor Flana Jr. about I'll do national security because so let's do 2 text messages. Pastor Flana will say something about this. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. So this is coming from Roma. Yeah, we think that's the dancerist model of crime news. He always keeps journalists doing driven and think his creation. His publicity of going page and his attitude method to the future respect has made in the work and the program in the past. I do believe the easy was needed to MVP. He generalized all experiences at the population centers, work on core parties that entities together. And lastly, coming from visualizing his core, the necessity that is not part of the truth, being adaptation to the workers when the website.
What's the legal backing or what's legal backing of the law committee has inside corruption? The land of certification of state agencies that have been vested with the power to investigate and prosecute. From Amos Law says the oral initiated by the NPC led to arrival. We have even touched the last of Amos Law says, please allow me. No law passed by firing vampires. He has clearly shown us that he is not trustworthy in his
About the oral, answer before and after the pregnancy, and how long is the oral going to exist? How is it going to be funded? Do they have transparency guidelines that the general public know about? How are they going